who kept on getting stuck at certain points of the work. We'd get to a certain place, we'd make a breakthrough, things would feel much better, and then she'd fall very, very quickly back into old patterns. And we've tried working in so many different ways with that, with no consistent success. So I went online, I was researching various approaches and looked at Phil Mollen's website because I know that he is very involved with the energy therapies, and I had used thought field therapy with this client a little bit with some success. And on Phil Mollen's website I found Chris Milbank's name, and that then led me into the whole area of RR. So by quite a long and circuitous route I ended up doing the 5-day training.
Okay, and how have you found the training this week?
Very exciting. Challenging in some ways, although I am, as I said, very excited about the crossover, the using different models together. Inevitably there are one or two approaches, terminology, bits of language that make my psychodynamic background go, oh, okay, and having to do quite a lot of adjusting to that, but nothing that's not been adjustable to. But quite challenging in many ways. Wonderful learning in that so much of it is experiential, and that is the way I always learn best, and the way that I've always found learning stays, it sticks. So I can only take a certain amount of being talked to and writing notes and reading up on handouts. The best way for me always is learning through doing the work, and working with self, as well as working on the techniques that are used in this model. So that's really been the most exciting part of it for me. I've loved that it's been a very small group in a very calm, welcoming, intimate setting. So there's been no formality and stiffness, and a really good interaction between everybody right from the outset. Lots of laughter, lots of seriousness, lots of thinking, feeling, doing. So great combination.
Excellent. And what do you think of the technique Relfective Repatterning then?
So far I'm very impressed with it. As part of the training I had a session with Chris on the phone before the course started, working on an issue for myself, and despite a level of scepticism at the outset, the issue that we worked on has held. So as a lived experience, I'm impressed. During the course we've used we've all had the opportunity to work on other personal issues as well as helping each other, and I have found it fascinating, some of the shifts, some of the emotional charges and connections that were within me that I wasn't really aware of, because as an analytic psychotherapist, of course, I've had years and years and years of personal therapy. So many issues had already been largely resolved, but there was a residual charge still, and that's interested and surprised me. And as far as using the technique with clients, I will continue to work the way I have always worked, which has been using my psychodynamic background as a foundation, but increasingly bringing in a range of different tools as seems appropriate for each individual client. And I already have in my mind several clients with particular issues where I think RR will be a really useful addition to other ways of working with them. Whether I will ever use it specifically with a client, I don't know. I may well do. If I add the fact that I have done the basic RR training to my website and people come to me asking about that, yes, I probably will use it on its own. But even if I don't, I think it's going to be a really, really useful added tool to the toolbox I already have.
So what would you say to other psychotherapists that may be considering training in reflective repatterning?
I would say to them, read up about it. I've found Chris to be very generous in his sharing information by email and on the phone, so I'm sure he would be happy to talk to anybody who's interested. I certainly would be if anybody wanted to contact me, and I believe many other practitioners who've used that would also be happy to share their experience. So just find out more about it, and if you feel that it's going to fit in with the way that you work, go for it. There's nothing to lose.
And how can we find you online, or where's your practice if somebody wants to have a session with you?
My practice is based in Peterborough in Cambridgeshire, though I do a very small number of sessions each week from my home, which is in a village also in Lincolnshire between Grantham and Stamford. And my website is www.peterboroughcounselling.net. Okay. So you can find out about me and other contact details there.
Thank you very much, Diana.
You're very welcome.